Hey there, future home buyers and sellers. You're about to make one of the biggest financial moves of your life, and the last thing you want is the wrong advice. Trust me, choosing the wrong real estate agent can cost you thousands of dollars, months of stress, and missed opportunities. But how do you know when you're picking the right one? Well, today I'm going to break down 6 points on how to identify the red flags and when to proceed on the green lights to show that you've found a winner of a real estate agent. So stick around to the end of this video. You're going to have the confidence to choose the right real estate agent to give you the advice you need and that you can trust and know that they're going to have your back. So let's get into it. The first point is their experience and track record. The green light for this one is, do they have a proven track record in your market and within the price range that you're shopping at? Ask about their recent real estate sales and how long their listings typically stay on the market. A red flag here would be being aware of the agents that like to dabble in real estate part-time or that maybe can't give you specific data on their successes. One pro tip here is to check online, like Google reviews, and ask for any references from their past clients. Step 2, look for local market knowledge. The green light here is any great agent is going to know more about home prices. They understand just not just prices, but the schools, the neighborhoods, trends in certain markets, or what buyers and sellers in that area are actually looking for in a home. The red flag in this instance is if the agent struggles to answer basic questions about the conditions in the market, what the pros and cons are in your neighborhood. This can be a huge red flag to identify a lack of market knowledge. Point 3 here, and the green flag with communication and availability. Is your agent responsive? Or are they clear? Are they proactive? Are they keeping you updated with what's going on? There should also be a match in terms of the communication style. Whether it's, do you prefer someone who uses technology, or are they the one that's going to pick up the phone and want to come over and have a cup of coffee and have an in-person meeting? How does that communication style fit with you and your family? And a red flag when it comes to communication and availability, well, do they take days to get back to you, or are you constantly missing your calls? Like, are they available to meet your needs? You need someone who's going to be on top of things, especially when you're in a very competitive market like we are here in Ontario. Step 4, what strategies and negotiation skills do they have? A green light in this situation would be to ask your agent, how do you plan to market our home? Or how do you help buyers win when they're in multiple offer situations if you're a buyer? They should have a clear and confident answer and strategy on how to go about this. And a red flag for negotiation skills would be if they rely on basic listing sites or don't really have a solid plan on how they're going to market or necessarily negotiate the best terms for you and your family. In that sense, they may not be the right fit for you. Step 5, what contract terms or fees do they offer? A good agent is going to be upfront about their fees. They're going to be very clear with what the terms of that contract are or any additional costs that might be incurred to you as a buyer or seller in that situation. They've got a very clear explanation and nothing should catch them off guard. Well, a red flag for a real estate agent is to watch out for any kind of hidden fees or the length of a contract that they try and commit you to, or maybe even utilizing pressure tactics to convince you to sign a certain agreement with them. Step 6, well, the personality and trust factor. This comes down to the warm and fuzzy. Do you feel, confident and comfortable when you're spending time with that person? Do they listen to your needs, or do they just constantly ramble on about what it is they're thinking? They can't wait to get that thought out of their mouth. Do they respect your decisions or your feelings towards a certain issue? And do they genuinely have your best interest at heart? Those are really big things to look for. And a red flag in this situation, do you feel ignored, rushed, or pressured? Or is there something in your gut that just doesn't feel right? That's something that you should listen to. And this person, in that sense, if your gut's saying they're not the right fit, they're just not the right fit, and that's okay. And some final thoughts for you here. Choosing the right real estate professional can make or break the buying and selling experience. So don't just go with the first name you hear. Ask the right questions, look out for red flags and green lights, and trust your instincts. But if you found this video helpful, hit the like button below. Feel free to subscribe if you're really into these real estate tips, or if you have any questions or comments, feel free to drop them in, and I'd be happy to help. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll look out for you next time. Bye for now.